Hey guys, this is Colin Lyons in Chicago, and we're going to be doing a tutorial on a new Photoshop feature to decrease depth of field, that is blur of the background. It's gotten so much more amazing. Here's some great short depth of field photos for you from Google Image Search. How about these? I do enjoy me some stormtroopers here. Oh, Star Wars. And if we keep going down, we'll see some cute pets. That's what the internet was made for. Awesome. Let's go over to Photoshop. This is Photoshop CC 2014. You must have the most current version of Photoshop to do this feature. Open your photo. You can do that any way you want to. It is up to you. This next step, amazing. Amazing technologically. It might not amaze you, but if you understood technology, you would. It is under Select and then Focus Area. Click. And wait for it. Wait for it. We're loading. We're loading. We're loading. We're loading. BAM! There you go. That's it. The computer can do everyone's job now. So historically, you would have to go in and draw around the part of the photo you wanted to work with. In this case, obviously, the computer has made a selection. You can see, it's automated. It's not perfect. We can fix that later, which is what's amazing about it. The default will come up as new layer on your computer if you've never done this before. You want to pick new layer with layer mask, in my humble opinion. And let's say it's all about me in this video, isn't it? And these two, of course. So what we're going to do is go ahead and accept this. It's not perfect. You can play with this if you want to. Maybe push it up a little bit and increase your edges just a hair. That seems to have only changed this over here. Let's take it, and you can see that we have some stuff. We don't want this in focus. We want to blur everything, or at least I would imagine. So I'm going to take the erase tool. I'm not going to use any keyboard shortcuts like I just did, so I don't lose you guys. I'm going to pick my size right here. You can do it with the brackets, which is what I did just a second ago there on the keyboard. And we're going to erase the stuff that we don't wish to remain in focus, mainly this big chunk of hair over here. You can see there's hair in there, so the computer's taken that. Obviously, this shows that the computer's automated selection tool is not absolutely 110% amazing. Go ahead and erase what you don't want in the photo. You want to use a hard brush, not a soft brush. Don't use these softer brushes. Use a hard one for now because we're going to feather this entire thing. So eat away at what you don't want in the image. We can kind of slice away at this since we're getting some funny stuff. This is really up to you how picky you want to be. The automated selections may be good enough for you, which is of course the dream. So we'll pull back. We have our couple here, and underneath them, this other layer, background layer, we have the background. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this. That was a keyboard shortcut, which is Command J. If you don't wish to lose me there. This is not necessary. I'm just going to do that so I can show you guys the results rapidly. So here what we have is a couple of layers, and we want to work with this one. We want to work with our background, and we're going to go ahead and blur this. You can blur it however you want. Lens blur is the way you should blur it, assuming you don't have any strong preferences in blur tools, which I'm sure some of us do. So you are blurring the entire image right now. That is obviously not going to be the final result. So here everything is blurry, 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 blurry. Go ahead and click OK. You can make a more sophisticated selection, inverse selection, what have you, to defend your edges if you wish to increase the overall quality. But we're going to do this the easy way. There it is. Look at that. Look at that. That looks really pretty good. I mean, you can see the edges to some extent, but not enough that I think non-photographers will notice. What we will do is to double-click this mask over here that I had us make. See this funny little black and white thing? Hit that hard, double-click it, and what's going to happen is you're going to have this feather tool at the top of her head there. You can just go ahead and feather, 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 feather. I like a fair amount of feathering because it just makes those edges less noticeable. So obviously you don't want to eat in so much that they blur out, but you especially want to keep their eyes. But feathering it allows those edges to sort of merge more naturally. Definitely looks better down here. And good. So let's go ahead and zoom out. I have been using the keyboard shortcut for that, but we can fit to screen. And we can get rid of this. Great. And then here we go. Here's the magic. All three layers are on, and then you just click the eye on this one to see your result. You can take it as far as you want to, really. There's no real limitations on how blurry you could make it, minus the fact that it gets a little bit harder to keep it convincing. You see we're losing her hair here. So that's something that wouldn't happen in the camera. I think this could be especially important for difficult subjects, moving subjects. People coming down the aisle comes to mind. If the couple's approaching you rapidly and you don't want to be shooting at f1.2 at 85 millimeters for various reasons, especially because those types of fast lenses can focus badly because the elements are larger. You can shoot something more conservatively, make sure you get it, make sure you don't miss the minute based on an autofocus issue at f4, and then you can come in and blur it. This type of stagnant photo, it might not be as useful because you can sit here and shoot this at f1.2, but in the end, I chose this image just because the technology works really well with it, like the selection just really clicked in well. So that is an introduction to this new tool that I just haven't heard that much about, that I think wedding photographers should be flipping out about. And there you have it. You can leave comments. Please argue with me. I have a big enough ego to realize that I'm sometimes wrong. So if I mixed up some words or something, let me know. I can take the online abuse. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.